Why does an avoidant devalue their partner? And how exactly do they go about doing it? What's happening in their mind when they're doing it? In this video, I'm going to share why they devalue their partner and 7 ways they go about doing it. So let's begin. Why do they devalue their partner? See, the avoidance attachment style was developed in childhood as a result of being abandoned or emotionally neglected. This could have been from the primary caregivers, or it could have even been from other experiences, from siblings, from friends. It really depends. Or maybe they just didn't see good relationships growing up, or they saw horrible things and they're like, nah, relationships are not safe places. I'm good on my own. I'm safe on my own. I will not be good in a relationship. As a result of whatever it is that they saw or they experienced in their childhood, they're very afraid. They are scared of intimacy, emotional intimacy with another human being, and they're definitely very scared of commitment. So whereas you might think that the natural progression of things is we fall in love and we build a life together, we commit to each other, we have kids together, etc., etc., their natural progression is we meet somebody, we say hi, we have a little fun, and we say bye. That's not necessarily what they tell themselves. Well, sometimes they do, but that's not necessarily what they tell themselves in their head. They just find themselves doing it and doing it over and over and over again. Why do they do this? It's simply because their independence feels threatened. You see, as a result of whatever it is that happened to them in their childhood, they developed a very close relationship with themselves. For them, their independence is their safety. So when they're in a relationship with you, the intimacy threatens their independence and it makes them feel unsafe. When you feel unsafe, what do? If you see a lion coming after you, what would you do? You would run, right? Whatever fear you have, think about any fear you have. When you see those things, what do? You run, right? Exactly. So in the case of the dismissive avoidance, when they see intimacy, which threatens their independence, they run. They need a logical reason to create space between you and themselves. And so they begin to devalue you. So I'm going to share 7 ways they do this. These are popularly known as deactivating strategies. Yes. Okay, so now the very first one is the phantom X. In their mind, there's this wonderful person that they met years ago, sometimes even months ago. And they're like, there's nobody else like the person. They can't find anybody as good as the person. They really wish they could be with the person, but the person doesn't want to be with them, or the person has moved on to somebody else. The person has kids with somebody else, has married somebody else. And so they're stuck by themselves. They think that their soulmate is that person in the past. And so that's it. So whoever comes into their life is not as good as that person in the past. And in normal circumstances, you think that this person who is thinking that this person in their past is really good is a lover boy or is a lover girl. Oh my God, they cannot get over their ex because they really, really, really love their ex. They really, really love their... Nah, if it's more than 2 years, the person is a phantom X, because it takes about 2 years to break the oxytocin bond between two people. So if it's more than 2 years, way more than 2 years, hey, the person in their past is a phantom X. Now the second one, there's better out there. They believe that there is somebody out there that is better than the person they are currently with. I don't know, the mind just tells the avoidance that there is somebody else out there that is better than this person for you. Yes, no matter how good you are, no matter how loving you are, no matter how sweet you are, no matter what you do, they still believe that this is not it. There is somebody out there. What else is going on the streets? We need to go check it out because there is somebody out there. So now the third deactivating strategy is criticizing you. Deciding that, nah, you're not exactly the weight that they want you to be. So can you please go gain some weight, or can you please lose some weight? Can you please change your curly hair to straight hair? They don't like people who wear black shoes. They prefer people who wear brown shoes. They prefer that their girl wears block heels. They don't want her to wear stilettos. You know, really silly things like that. There's always something about you that is not really the way they want it to be, and that's why they cannot be with you. That's why they cannot love you. That's why you're so hard to love. I mean, if you've experienced this, you can leave in the comment section. I've experienced somebody who told me that I was good, like I was great. Everything about me was wonderful, except when it came to my body. And so I needed to go gain weight in order for him to be with me. And sillily, well, I believed him. I believed him and I went to do it. Oh my gosh. I'm so shy sharing this experience. But anyway, I did it. Thankfully, afterwards, he told me that, yes, thankfully, afterwards, he told me that he wasn't ready for marriage. Like, after I gained the weight and everything for him, he was like, yeah, he's not ready for marriage. He doesn't really want to marry, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, I say thankfully because I can't imagine having been married to somebody like this. What else will he need me to change later on in order for him to be with me? Anyway, I'm not saying that if there's something that is really wrong with our character or the way we love, maybe we're not meeting the person's needs or something like that, your partner cannot come and tell you, or you cannot go and tell your partner, yeah, you should be able to talk, but not in a way that you're just basically criticizing the person and making the person believe that they're hard to love the way they are because they're not a certain weight, they're not a certain height. I mean, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now the fourth deactivating strategy is that they begin to have crazy requirements of you. That you need to make X amount of dollars. If you're an introvert, no, you have to become extroverted. Maybe you don't like to do your nails. You're a girl, you don't like to do your nails. They say you have to do your nails. And you know, some of them even go to the extent of telling you that they're saying all these things because they really love you and because they want the best for you and stuff like that. I know it sounds really, really, really crazy, but yeah, some of us fall for it because our self-esteem is very low. Please don't let anybody make you feel like you're not good enough for them to love you the way you are. Now, the fifth deactivating strategy is that they pick fights with you. Unnecessary fights. There's nothing wrong. They're just fighting with you. They don't like the way you hold your pen when you write. They need you to hold it another way. It's really annoying them the way you're holding it. Or you came to pick them 5 minutes late. So because of that, they're angry with you the entire ride, wherever it is that you guys are going. Or you forgot to do something that they really wanted you to do for them. So they're angry with you for a week. Or they were hoping that you would call them the same way you've been calling them for the past 7 days in a row. But you didn't call them. So now they called you and they're upset with you. Why didn't you call me? It's ridiculous. Little silly things like that. Remember, they're just trying to create space between you and them because they're afraid to be intimate with you. They're afraid to love you. That intimacy threatens their independence, and their independence is their safe space. So you're not really the enemy. It's just the intimacy that is the enemy. You can change as much as you want. You can even become a different person. In fact, maybe that ex that they've been talking about or whatever it is can come back into the picture and they will do the same thing. Eventually, they will do the same thing that they are doing with you with them as well. It's a they problem, it's not a you problem. Now, the sixth deactivating strategy is that the grass is greener on the other side. On the other side, where they're comparing you with other people. This is not an imaginary person out there that they've not met yet or their ex. It's just other people. Oh, this person is better because they do this, da 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 da. Why can't you be like that person? Or that person's boyfriend is good because he da 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 da. Why can't you be like that person? Or that person's girlfriend is good because da 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 da. Why can't you be like that person? Or why can't you be like that person? They don't see the value in you. They see the value in everybody else but you. And the seventh deactivating strategy is that you are too good to be true. Yes, there's no winning with the avoidant if they don't want to work on themselves. Yes, they can literally leave you because you are too good to be true. They're like, nah, the way you are, you're simply too nice. Full stop. You know, please don't change because somebody told you that you're too nice or you're too good or you were so good to the person and the person still left and everything. Nah, it really breaks my heart when good people become evil people because I don't believe that they're truly evil. But anyway, evil people because somebody do not appreciate that goodness. No, there are other people in the world who appreciate you. They will see you. They will see you and be able to appreciate the person that you are, appreciate your value. They would look at you and be like, nah, I can't believe I met a woman like this. Or nah, I can't believe I met a man like this. This person is a gift from God. This is the person that I've been waiting my whole life to meet. This is the person that I've always wanted to meet. This is the person that I've been praying for, that I've been praying about, that I've been writing about in my diaries, that I've been meditating on, blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to meet someone like you. Yes, there are people like that out there for you. So please don't change because somebody said that you're not good enough. And don't let yourself feel bad. I know it's really hard to not let yourself feel bad because someone said that you're like this and you're like that and you're like that, so it's hard to love you. No. That person, remember that it's a they problem. It's because of what happened to them in their childhood that made them the relational monsters that they are. But that's not a reflection of you. Nah, it's a reflection of them. Now you can watch this video where I break down what happens when the avoidant realizes you are gone. Remember, you are worthy and you're dearly loved. Mwah.